Alright. Hey, I'm Thom. This is Bomberman 64. I'll be doing any % today. I'll get started. I'll give you a countdown, Wester. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so right off the bat, what I did there, pretty simple thing. The file gets created, and it starts a really long cutscene, so you just hit reset to skip the big cutscene, and the file's there. So, Bomberman 64, there's a lot of different tricks. It's a lot of it is basically just abusing the fact that you can do 3D platforming in a game where it's not really 3D platforming, if that makes any sense. It will as we go along. So this first level, sort of tutorial level, sort of teaching you how you can stop bombs and stuff by clicking R, so sort of simple stuff. Not too much to explain here, so Wester, if you have anything you need to say or want to say, this level's a great one to do it.
Okay, so I do. We have a $2 donation from Shrimpy Boy that says, 5K baby, let's go. So we have gone over the 5K mark. So that's huge. So thank you everybody who has donated so far. And if you want to keep donating throughout this event, you can go to donate.ausspeedruns.com. And just quickly, I'm going to get in with one more. We have another $2 from Tim, who just did the run before, who says, here is my gold coin dono for missing first try fabrication plan grab.
Alright, thanks Wester. Yeah, so coming up after this level, so for this level is just completing the things. The next level will be, so the way the stages work, or levels, it's you have a level like this where you go do things, puzzle, adventure things. The next one will be a mini boss, then it'll be another one of these type levels, and then it'll be a big boss. So with the mini bosses, they're sort of humanoid people things like Bomberman. So they could be defeated by either, I think it's hitting them with like 5 or 6 explosions, or the quick way is to just throw them off the edge. So for all the mini bosses, our goal is to just find the quickest way to knock them unconscious, pick them up, throw them off the edge. I think all of them are pretty consistent now. Hopefully this one, simple boss. This one's probably the worst one if you mess up the quick kill, but hopefully I can do it for you. Yeah, so yeah, just knock him out with bomb, throw him off the edge. Easy done. So in this next level, there'll be some spots where I can pick up some power-ups. Power-ups in this game, it's probably good to talk about them now. Well, I've got not much else to talk about. So the way power-ups work in this game is you have firepower upgrades. So with black bombs, that gives you can pick up 2, and that just increases the radius of the explosion. And then there's these bomb upgrades which let you pick up or drop more bombs. So currently I can drop 2 bombs at a time. If each one I pick up, I can drop an extra bomb, up to 8 bombs. For this run, I want to pick up at least one of those, because it helps us do a trick which is very important to the run, which helps us skip a lot of areas. Which I'll explain when we get to it. But essentially, 3 bombs, better than 2 bombs, so we want 3 bombs. Firepower, you can do the whole run with the lowest firepower, but 2 firepower is pretty good, especially for one of the bosses coming up towards the end of the run. So these boxes, both extra bombs, so that's good, but I will hopefully be able to pick up some firepower in another level. The next power-up is the remote bombs. So up in that box to the left, over here, is the remote bombs. They let me kick a bomb, or I can kick bombs anyway, but now I have control of when it detonates by clicking the Z button. So that helps with, especially in spots like that, where otherwise, with the platforms, I'd have to wait for the bomb to explode. I can just stand there and click Z, and it'll go off when I want to, so I can get on the platform, go up instantly. No more waiting, just waiting for bombs is slow. If you don't have to wait for bombs, you don't want to wait for bombs. In this next bit, would be I'll give it a shot, I might as well go for it. So there's this trick where if a ramp goes into a vertical pillar, the corner of a vertical pillar that is, you can clip into it, and the game doesn't want you there, so it pushes you upwards. So hopefully, I can, nope. Ooh. Yeah, and it just clips you up, and now I think in that spot there, I don't think it really saves that much time if you actually picked up remote bombs, but it looks really cool, so thought I might as well do it. There's another spot where it does save a little bit of time because you have to knock Bomberman unconscious to actually get up somewhere. But in that spot there, it doesn't really save much time because you're not skipping the unconsciousness. So this is the first major boss. Most of the major bosses, you just want to pump up a big bomb and throw it at them when they're close by. This one has a one cycle where you can hit all 3 hearts in one cycle, hopefully. He went the other way, which can be a little annoying if he starts really far back, like he did there. This swoop attack is really bad because he's sort of waiting for him to go under the bridge. Long time, but yeah. So that's the first level, Green Garden. So next one is Blue Resort. That's where things start to get a bit exciting. So that's where we start to see a lot more bomb jumps, or our first of our bomb jumps. Yeah, so let's get in there. Alright, so the thing with bomb jumps, you have 2 bomb jumps, 3 bomb jumps. 2 bomb jumps can be pretty precise. Most of them, or all of them, you can really line up with something. What are we gonna get? I might wait and just try to get another power up. Not that one. Okay. So 2 bomb jumps, if you line up on anything that's about 2 blocks wide or something like that, you can just sort of do them. If you're not lined up that nicely, it can be very precise and you will mess it up. But yeah, thankfully in all the spots you want a 2 bomb jump, there's always normally something you can slide along to line up. For safety, I think I will blow up some more boxes just to try and get another firepower upgrade, just because it's very helpful with one of the bosses later on. This one. Awesome. So for 3 bomb jumps, it's similar to that 2 bomb jump I did there, but you use 3 bombs. So you can get extra height, and it's a bit less precise, which is really nice. This is Artemis. Artemis is another mini-boss. This one can be quite precise. There's an easy quick kill and a harder quick kill. I'd go for the harder quick kill. Hopefully I can get it. This one, sort of, I'm just going to hold down, turn around, kick the bomb, pick it up, throw it off the edge. So hopefully I can do that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Artemis, also another really bad one if you don't get the quick kill. There's edges everywhere that are really tall, so it's really hard to like actually line up properly to throw off the edge because you got to go around those, and just, yeah, nightmare to deal with. So here, I'm going to climb up here. That's our first 3 bomb jump. Pretty simple. Get here. Here I'm just going to grab this heart. So what hearts do is they allow me to, if I get hit by a bomb, I can... That's just an extra, it's an extra bit of health, so I don't have to, like, worry. So that's another one of those clips. Oop, I fell down. So this level, normally you go around, you press a bunch of switches and stuff, but that's slow, so I'll get another heart later. I need that heart for something later in the game. But yeah, so you can actually jump up to here. Normally a ladder comes up so you can step onto the end of the level, but here you can just jump up and it's much quicker. Yeah, so the other thing I didn't mention about hearts is, as well as letting you take an extra hit, which I just did there to demonstrate, that was the whole point of that, demonstrating how they work. They allow you to... There's a glitch later on that's probably one of the biggest time saves in the run, which just allows us to skip an... It's not a mini-boss, it's a boss within a level, which isn't a common thing in the game. So here's Fish. Fish can be really annoying. Yeah, cool. So Fish has this attack, hopefully it does it. Yeah, so this stomping attack is really good. It's the fastest one. It means I can just throw a bomb inside it. That does 2 hearts of damage. And then when it comes back up, I can throw another one and get the full take off the rest of its health. Has another attack that is a cutter, which will cut the raft that I'm floating on, and that very, very slow. It swims onto the other side. It comes from in front, sends the cutters. I have to stand somewhere so it doesn't cut too much of the bridge up. Not bridge, I always call it a bridge. It's a raft, it looks like a bridge. And yeah, so that can be very slow. That's the worst attack to get. Red Mountain, this level's pretty chill, so if you've got anything to say, Worster, this one's probably a good one to say some stuff.
Yep, so we got a $5 donation from Tachius, who puts the money towards Lime for Worcester's rival name, so that's for my run. So there are 2 incentives for that run, both for the player name and the rival name. For the player name, Whoopazee is currently ahead on 30, and for the rival name, Name is ahead on 50. So if you want to get donations in for any of the challenges that we have throughout the run, you can check them all out at challenges.ausspeedruns.com.
So that guy at the top of that hill, he doesn't always spawn, but when he does, it's annoying. There's a very small gap to get past him. It's not too difficult, but it's just, if you don't have to do it, it's a lot better. Still don't know what exactly causes him to spawn. We've tried walking different patterns to try and load other things to get rid of it, but it feels just entirely random. Nothing really seems consistent with it. Orion is a pretty easy boss. He has this big shield that he sends out. It hits you. If it hits you, it knocks you unconscious. For the most part, it's pretty easy to maneuver Orion to throw a bomb on his head. If I mess up the quickest kill, it's sort of just, if I walk diagonally from him, he'll run diagonally, and he's very slow diagonal, so... there we go, easy. Since I need to pick up a heart anyway, I think I will just go for a risky strat in this one, which, if I missed this one, I'd lose the heart. Because if you fall off the edge on levels, you die, and you also lose hearts, so you don't get an extra life if you fall off the edge. A lot of the tricks are just walking off the edge for that bit. Normally you'd walk around to the track, you'd do a lot of things, but you could just drop off the edge, which is very quick. So coming up, there's a little ledge that normally you have to knock down a piece of track to get to. What I'm going to do is hopefully do a very precise 2 bomb jumps. So this one, normally you do them and you're lined up in X and Y. This one we have to do diagonally, so it can be quite difficult. So let's see if I can do it. There we go. Yeah, so that one, pretty big time save. That skips like, I think about 15 seconds. So when you knock that thing down above, it there's obviously blowing it up itself, and there's no remote bombs in that level, so obviously that takes a bit of time. And then on top of that, there's a cutscene for it to actually fall down, so it saves a fair bit of time. This is, I can't remember this boss's name, but we call it Robot. It has a couple of attacks. Spin is the best attack, because it lets us just spam bombs and hit it a bunch of times. Hopefully I don't have to explain any of the other attacks, but if I do, it means I've messed up. Cool. Don't have to explain the other ones. Alright, White Glacier. So White Glacier, I think the main things in White Glacier are, there's just a couple of different things that level differences, I guess. Stuff that you don't see in any other levels. So, like snow. So, first I'm going to just run this way just to spawn a bunny to get a new heart. So on the next screen there's actually wind, and wind is a interesting thing. It sort of just blows and it stops you moving. So normally you'd just be able to walk up this hill easily, but if you go quickly you can make it. I think you can hear the wind blowing, slowing me down. It's hard to see because the timing works out that it goes while I've just passed the first hill, I'm walking across, the wind stops, and then I walk up the next one. But here you'll see I'm getting blown back now. Instead of walking diagonally, I'm walking horizontally. So coming up, there's a snowman. This snowman can be good or bad. You can either save a couple seconds. I don't think I threw that in the right spot. I did not. I threw that right off the edge. Right, there we go. So the snowman, he can push us forwards, he can push us diagonally. If he pushes us forwards, it saves time. If he pushes us diagonally like that, it loses time. Both ways look cool, and you're not losing or saving much time, so it's always worth going for. Yeah, so for the rest of this level, just walking up the hill, get to that exit, go to the next one. So next mini-boss is Regulus. Regulus is probably one of the easiest bosses in the game, I think. Very, very easy to manipulate, very easy to see what he's going to do. So basically, his special ability is a charge attack, so he just runs at you. So basically the way to do this one is just walk to the bottom level, wait for charge attack, kick a bomb, and throw off the edge. Very, very easy compared to some of the others. Yeah. One important thing is to remember not to stand too close to the bomb you kicked, because definitely I've seen a lot of people stand still after they've thrown them off the edge and get hit by their own bomb, which I do have a heart, which means I don't have to redo it, but it does mean I need to go collect a new heart again, which is a little annoying. So this one, I think it's called Slippery Shiny Floor. The gimmick of this one is the floor is slippery. So, yeah. Oh, there's also this room. This room has another gimmick where it actually flips the camera underneath, which as a casual player can be very confusing, but if you know what you're doing, you will just hold forward and walk right through the screen. I got some time for some donations or something worse stuff.
Alright, so I just wanted to mention for people who do donate, we have some prizes that you can win during this event. So if you donate at least $10, you'll be able to win one of 8 Landfall game bundles, which comprises of 3 of their greatest hits, those being Cluster Truck, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and Nightfall. And for people who are within Australia, if you donate $20 or more, you'll go into the running to win a pair of HyperX Cloud earbuds. And if you donate $40 or more, you'll also be in the running to win one of 2 HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headsets. If you want some more information, you can visit prizes.ausspeedruns.com. And of course, we thank Landfall and our major sponsor HyperX for providing these wonderful prizes.
Oh, it's a penguin. Alright, cool. That penguin can be really annoying. Sometimes you'll walk around that corner and the penguin will go, "No, you're not walking around my corner. Get off the edge." And it's not good. Next boss is Mantis, or a lot of people call it Spider, and some of my friends from overseas call it Australia. So this boss, mostly what we want to do is pump up big bombs while dancing in and out of the middle, so it does this attack. And that just means we can just trick it into doing what we want it to do, get lots of hits on it. And yeah, there we go. So second phase is, well, we already hit it, so the second phase is already over. And what can happen is, you see the little gaps on the edges? You can actually fall down those. Normally, Sirius, the first mini-boss we fight, will come and pick you up. I think there's a limit to the number of times he does that. He'll drop you back on the stage most of the time. Sometimes he will drop you back down through the gap, and I have had a couple runs where he'll pick me up, drop me down a gap, and repeat that until he doesn't want to pick me up anymore, and that's the end of those runs. This one, I can't remember its name, but we call it Traffic. Mostly we're just running along the ground, jumping over these little gaps. The intended method is to walk up on those sky railings that you might have seen, sort of look like light bridges. So we could do that, but it's slow. So yeah, just running, jumping across each of these gaps, and moving along. Little fact that I don't know if is true or not, but I think if you drop bombs on slopes, it is slightly faster. but I could be spreading rumors, so drop bombs on slopes. Here, you can go to the end, but also we can line up on that spot there, jump up here, and then drop onto the bridge for the last bit. So coming up, I might explain this trick after I've done it, actually. So this is a trick called ghost walking. So as you can see, I got hit while I was picking up a bomb, and then dropped off an edge and kicked a bomb, which locks me in this state, which lets me just walk around strangely. What normally would happen there is you'd hit a couple of different cutscene triggers, which would lower that big platform down, and then a boss would spawn in. So by doing that, you can skip that boss fight, skip a couple of cutscenes, and it's pretty quick. This is High-Tech Harvester. Also, last level switches it up. You have the big boss in the middle, and the mini-boss is the main boss. Just different. Harvester can be really annoying. He moves around a lot, and the hitbox can be kind of annoying to hit, as well as having 8-directional movement in a 3D room, and the camera turns in 3 dimensions, but you've got 8 directions. Yeah, so that was pretty good. That orb just slows my movement down and is really annoying. Alright, one more hit should do it. There we go. Alright, that was an okay fight, not a bad one. Next level is Trap Tower. So this one, normally you go around, you press a bunch of switches, a bunch of buttons. Have to do some special like walking, so there's spots that sort of will flash up a light, and you got to walk along as the light moves along paths. We skip a lot of that by, you guessed it, bomb jumping. So the first one, walk over here. Normally you'd, oh, I'm gonna kick that bomb away and start that again because I was gonna die. Drop the bomb jump over this gate. So that gate normally you'd click a button and it'd set off the those lights, so a green one would appear. You'd walk along as the green one flashed along them, but in that case we just skip that by jumping over. Here, click this button which activates an elevator. Do a 3 bomb jump up here. This just lets us skip walking around everything and walking through lasers. A little fun bomb jump there. And yeah, so here, there's a cool trick you can do where you can actually kick that bomb after, while it's up against the thing, knock yourself unconscious, use the invincibility frames after regaining consciousness to walk through the explosion. It saves less than half a second, looks really cool, but is almost never worth going for. I think even, yeah, the fastest runs you wouldn't bother doing that. There's too much RNG, in a lot of other places for that to be useful. So that was a 2 bomb jump, and as you can see, not as precise as 3 bomb jumps. I think all the 3 bomb jumps I've walked up to, I've just walked up and done. 3 bomb jumps. For this one, I kind of want to line up against this, with the left of Bomberman along that path. I didn't quite do that because I was too busy carrying the purple guy and I wasn't paying too much attention, but this one should work. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we can walk back through those lasers, but again, walking through lasers is slow, so we go over the top of them. Yeah, so this one, you'd normally click one of those buttons and click a couple other buttons, which would make a bridge on that left bit, but if we just jump up there like that, we can skip that as well. For the longest time, I thought we actually had to click that 3 button, just because a lot of people would click the 3 button when doing that jump, but no, you don't have to, and not walking slightly further is good, I guess. So in this next room, there'll be a door that I need to blow up with a big bomb, but big bombs take a long time to explode. So I kick a bomb and start pumping up the bomb and use the explosion from the other bomb to blow up the bomb quicker. Just saves a little bit of time. You can lose a lot of time if you are too slow and blow up the bomb. That green guy can be annoying. Yeah, we're good. So that green guy, most of the time he's on the left, which is annoying, because if he's on the left, you can't just walk up the left, which would be quicker. But if he's on the right, that's good, but it's really hard to see where he is, so I'd normally just go to the right, assuming that he's on the left. Alright, so last boss. You'd assume the last boss would be very hard, and casually it would be. The first stage used to actually be pretty hard. We used to stand still, hope that we got the right RNG, hope the laser guy on the right side doesn't shoot us with his laser while we're trying to stand still, hoping that the left guy walks down to the bottom. But a couple years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago now actually, we found that you could just run to the left, kick the bomb down right, stand underneath him, and bounce him off the edge. That was close. That laser still can hit me after I've done that, so that was very, very close. Alright, so time's coming up soon, so this is the final phase. Like I said, final bosses can be very, very difficult, so this is pretty much as difficult as that last phase was. Maybe even easier. I mean harder, definitely hard is what I mean. So you can pick him up, and you've got plenty of time. You can do a 360, and that's time now. Yeah, so not sure why, but yeah, the final boss just has infinite amount of time for you to pick him up. You can carry around. It's longer than any of the other stuns from any of the other mini bosses. It's strange, but very, very nice for us. Yeah, so that's Bomberman 64. Pretty quick run. Very easy to pick up. If you find our Discord, lots of friendly people, always willing to help out. And yeah, so yeah, that was me. Let's hand back over.